Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are so pleased to have you join us. We want to talk a little bit about the big fights that have happened this weekend and focus namely on the main events across the two nights. We've been blessed with a great weekend of boxing. Last night, we saw Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder in a heavyweight dust-up, one that people would say is a bit of a legendary fight, both of their 50th fights, and we'll get into the ebbs and flows of it. And tonight, the main event that we saw was Caroline Dubois versus Terry Harper, and that was a unification fight. Let's start with the heavyweight dust-up from last night, because I actually want to keep Laurie an honest man. And Laurie did have a prediction. And I'm not going to lie to you. I actually agreed with your prediction. So I'm keeping myself honest as well. You said that before 6 rounds were up, it was going to be an early stoppage and it was going to be a Derek Chisora stoppage over Wilder.
Yeah, I've got to say I got it wrong, man, my prediction on this. Boxing can do that to you. I was convinced that Derek would do a number on him. I thought that Derek's style would be all wrong for Wilder. I thought Wilder was pretty much shot. His last couple of fights, he's looked very unimpressive. But fair play to Wilder, man. He won deservedly. I mean, I don't know who that judge was who voted for Derek. That must have been Nigel Farage.
Probably.
Because I don't know where they got that from. I thought the referee had a shocker as well, I've got to say. But listen, the right man won the fight. Wilder was a better man. He dropped Derek a couple of times. Could have had him out of there. Derek got assisted back into the ring in the 8th round, or was it? Something like that.
Yeah, a couple of times I think he got assisted back into the ring.
So that should not have happened. Derek's cornerman also inexplicably came into the ring was it the end of the 1st or 2nd round? So
yeah, it was a bit of an odd one.
He could have been disqualified right then and there. But anyway, the upshot of it is that Wilder was a better man. I thought he showed a lot of heart. He took some big shots from Derek. He rode them. He ate them. And he landed the better shots. He was the better man. He lasted the pace a lot better than I thought he would. Fair play to him, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed when he expressed his love for,
yeah, I saw that,
for Derek Chisora before hitting him. I love you, man. And then went on to hit him.
Only Deontay Wilder could do something
Only
like
Deontay
that.
Wilder. He's really a very interestingly expressive person. Go and have a look online. Yeah. But I have to say, I was really impressed with him because the last few fights of his, he's kind of lacked timing, accuracy, and shot precision. And he really showed that last night, I felt.
At times, yeah.
Yeah, at times. I mean, yeah. It was a much better performance from him than I was expecting. I think he got the win. It was very deserved. I was a bit confused about one of the refs, as you said. And he also had a lot to say about the referee of the night as well.
Deservedly so. I mean, listen, I don't think the quality was great. I mean, when you watch Moses, for example, and then you watch these guys.
Well, it's different gravy, isn't it, Moses?
It's on a completely another level. It is what it is. It was 2 aging guys right at the end of their careers. One last blowout. But it was entertaining, and there was a lot of stuff going on. It was ebb and flow, because Derek did have his moments as well. But I just thought that Wilder showed me something that he's not showed me in a while. For a start, he lasted the pace better. His punch resistance was better in his fight, And I just think that he wanted it more than Derek.
I agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I think he knew that his career, Derek was going to retire anyway, or so he says. Deontay, if he'd have lost that one, he would have been almost forced to retire.
Yeah.
And I think he must have thought, right, I'm going to go out on my shield and let my hands go. And that's what he did.
Yeah. I have to ask because, you know, a lot of people after they saw the fight last night said Deontay Wilder is back.
Well, he's not back to what I call his prime years, which are like 2015 to 2018. Those days have long gone.
Yeah. But do you think that last night was the injection into his pro boxing career that was much needed to see him go on a run before he retires?
Yeah, he definitely resuscitated his career to the point where now, Melissa, you know me, I'm actively campaigning him, Wilder versus AJ. I want that one next.
Absolutely.
That's got to happen next.
Absolutely.
I don't care what anyone says. I want AJ and Wilder next.
Yeah, there was a moment where Deontay Wilder was walking into the arena and AJ was there and there was some tension between them. There's been a lot of chatter online about this potential matchup between them. I think it could be super interesting. I think I have as much or somewhere in the remit of the same level of interest for it as I do for the Fury fight.
Me more.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting that vibe from you. The question I have for you is, should they get in the ring with each other, which I really feel that they should, how do you see that fight going?
I'd have to back my man AJ. But then I was backing Chisora. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's heavyweight boxing,
It's
though.
heavyweight
Things
boxing,
can
man.
happen.
You know what I mean? Derek said after the fight that Wilder's got some serious power. He actually said that. He goes, boy, that guy can hit.
He can.
And Derek has got a good chin. He's been in with the best of them.
Absolutely.
For him to say that, I mean, he didn't have to say that. He volunteered that information. And you can see that Wilder did hurt Derek a few times in that fight. So, and I think part of that is that his confidence came back a little bit in that fight. You could see at times he was fighting with a smile on his face. You know what I mean?
He was enjoying it.
He was enjoying himself.
Yeah.
And we've not seen that from Deontay
in a while.
In a long, long time. So if he can carry that momentum into the fight with AJ, you never know.
You never know. You know, there's something about these long-limbed boxers.
Yeah.
When they've got those long limbs, it's like their shot power is different. It's
You're
a different type of power.
The leverage they get.
The
on the
leverage,
shots.
yeah. The hardest I've ever been hit is by someone with long limbs.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the strongest, buffest person in the gym, but just length of limbs.
And if they can get the speed behind it as well, that's what did for Derek.
Absolutely.
The hand speed between the two was
different,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Completely different, and it showed.
Yeah. Heavyweight boxing, man, it's an absolute dream.
We love it.
Moving on to the main event of tonight, we just had the all-female card at the Olympia in London. It was Most Valuable Promotions in association with Sky Sports, their first London all-female show. It was great. It was a great show. We had the pleasure of doing a watch-along for it on DR Sports, so do go check that out. But the main event specifically saw a young, motivated, hungry Caroline Dubois in contention with Terry Harper, who's also fairly young. She's 29 years old, but she's got a wealth of experience. And it was a really, really action-packed fight. Obviously, the build-up over fight week has been quite contentious. There's been, I called it a war of elbows turning into, a fight.
Beef.
Yeah, there was some beef
British
going on.
beef.
Yeah, some needle.
Yeah, definitely.
The fight itself was really, really entertaining.
I really liked it.
Yeah, really, really entertaining. I think Terry Harper actually, for me at least, I didn't see her being as competitive as she was in the later portion of the fight, which she was. Ultimately, Caroline Dubois got the win in, emphatic fashion, and she unified.
Yeah.
And she's got a whole bunch of belts to be taking home.
Yeah.
What did you make of the fight?
First up, shout out to both women. I thought it was a good fight, entertaining fight. There were some good skills on show by both women. I thought Terry Harper started the fight quite well, actually. Boxed to a game plan, stayed in the fight. She did better than I thought. I thought that Caroline would stick it on her and probably get her out of there between 6 and 8. I mean, Caroline did stick it on her in the later rounds. She dropped Terry Harper. She well won the fight, but Terry Harper was always fighting back. I like that. She didn't spew it, you know what I mean? She was in there. She was trying to win. And I actually thought she might have edged the last round.
I think so too. Yeah, she came back really strong.
Yeah, so that's testimony to her. We know she's a very well-conditioned athlete, and that showed tonight because she was under pressure. She got cut. She battled through it, and she weren't in there to just survive.
No, she wasn't rolling over.
Yeah, exactly. So good fight, but Caroline, man, she's the real deal. 100% slick, man. Some of the head movement, some of the foot movement was good.
The trunk defense.
The body shots. She's the full package, 100%.
She really is. And she literally, sorry.
We'll ignore that.
We got a little note from production.
We got a production member that's trying to run jokes.
Yeah, always the same. Always the same with him.
Unprofessional.
Very unprofessional. She did look quite disappointed in herself because I think she was looking for that stoppage, particularly because she wants that fight with Alicia Baumgartner. Alicia Baumgartner historically got the stoppage over Terry Harper, clutched hold of her titles and ran off into the sunset. And obviously I think she wanted to make that same type of statement. However, Caroline Dubois wants to clean up the division, of course, Well,
let's be honest, Melissa. Stoppages in women's boxing at the top level especially is not something that you see a lot of. In fact, it's quite rare, really, isn't it? But she did get a knockdown over Terry Harper. She well won the fight. She was in control. But I did sense that Caroline was a little disappointed.
She was.
That she didn't get the stoppage. Maybe because she had said before what she's going to do. And if you don't do it, even though you win, you think, I really wanted the stoppage. But listen, man, she shouldn't feel too disappointed because Terry Harper is a 3-weight world champion for a reason. So
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Credit to both women.
100%.
But really, really excited to see what the future holds for Caroline Dubois. Would love to see her in the ring next with Elif Turan, who's the Turkish monster in that division.
Turkish Tyson.
Yeah, Turkish Tyson.
Yeah.
Such a great name for her. And then, looking ahead, 100% hoping to see that Caroline Dubois and Alicia
Gotta see
Baumgartner
that,
fight.
man.
That would
Gotta see
be
that.
class.
That's one of the biggest fights in women's boxing right now, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. I would also say Michaela Mayer versus Chantal Cameron's in talks, but I would be more interested to see her in the ring with Lauren Price.
Yeah, that's it looks like it's going to be Lauren Price because the weight classes are more acceptable. But yeah, listen, but for me, Caroline Dubois, Alicia Baumgartner, sometime early 2027. Let's do it.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing, guys, because our producer has left this on the screen. He said, I'm going to come in there and punch you guys in 2 minutes if you don't wrap up. So with the threat of violence, we have to leave it there. But in the meantime, don't forget to let us know in the comments what you think is on the horizon for Caroline Dubois should she get in the ring with Alicia Baumgartner. And if you think Wilder's making a resurgence in his boxing career, let us know in the comments. We're very intrigued to hear from you. And don't forget to, as always, share, like, and subscribe. And we will catch you on the next episode.